Aren't children supposed to be better off than their parents? Isn't that the goal? Everything that you did not have, you give to your child, you set them up for success, you raise them up properly, learning from the mistakes of your parents. But it seems that most children nowadays are worse off than their parents. Both of my grandparents married at a young age and stayed married. Till death do them part. And, my other grandparents on my father's side are still alive, married for over 65 years. They're 88 and 89, still married. But they had 3 children, all of them got divorced. And then, of course, that's my parents' generation, uncle and aunts. They're not very holy, let's put it that way, but none of them did drugs. None of them have any psychedelic issues, abuse, mental illness, but many of my cousins do. Their children, my generation. Many of my cousins do. All sorts of mental illnesses and diseases and issues and depression and drugs. And I do mean many. And it's not just them. In your generation, in your people that are in their 20s, 30s, and 40s now, my generation, my sister generation, many people, their minds are gone. They're depressed, taking all kinds of psychedelic drugs and prescription medicine, psychiatric medicine. I just found out that one of my cousins has been admitted since Saturday, psychiatric hospitalization. What happened? He's only 22, 23, 24, something like that. He's not the only one though. Like I said, many. Why are we so worse off than our parents? And they're worse off than their parents? The answer is quite simple, really. The hatred of God. And with the hatred of God, the increase in darkness and wickedness. Because the further away you get from God, well, think about it this way. The further away you get from light, what do you get? Darkness. The further away you get from the light bulb, the less light you have, hence the more darkness. The further deep you go into a cave, away from the sunlight, what do you get? Darkness. And darkness will drive you crazy. And that's exactly what's going on. The further away we go from God, from His prescription, His method of living, His instructions for life, the more crazy we become. Because the soul inside of us longs for the Father, but we torment our soul, we oppress it, we depress it. We delight in things that the Father despises, and the soul is crying out. And many people open up doors for spiritual oppression and possession, engaging in dark arts, dark thoughts, dark ways, all kind of drugs that mess up the chemistry of your brain, open up your pineal gland to influences of dark spirits. Even if you're not demonically possessed, you're most likely oppressed. People don't just go into psychiatric hospitalization because of nothing. This is serious stuff. And yet that's the world we live in today. And it's become quite the norm. If not alcohol, then cigarettes. If not cigarettes, then cannabis. If not cannabis, then meth, heroin, LSD, acid, ecstasy, Molly, name your drug. Xanax, Prozac, Ritalin. There's so many. Because you're so spiritually weak, you can't handle life. Because nobody brought you up. Because they themselves hated God. But the spiritual darkness has increased. So even though they hated God in their day, well, things were a lot more innocent then. Compared to now, you're bombarded. Television, internet, social media, pop culture, it's everywhere. This constant push against your God-given identity, the hatred of God. It's demonic, it's absolutely is devilish. And it is from the devil to kill you. And when you reject the only medicine, the only cure, what hope do you have? If you have cancer, I tell you, here's the cure, and you kick me out, well, you're gonna die. I have the spiritual cure. His name is Yeshua, the atoning lamb, the God of creation, Adonai, Elohei, Avraham, Yitzchak, Israel. But you're not interested, are you? You hate God so much you'd rather go down with the ship. Even though you suffer depression, even though you suffer addiction, even though you suffer mental illness, even though you're tormented and have no peace, you're not interested. But why? The only logical answer is that you love darkness. And that's John 3, 16, 17, 18, 19. The light has come into the world, but people hated the light because they delighted in darkness. Their deeds were evil. You delight in the thing that kills you. You go deeper and deeper into all that mysticism, astrology, lucky charm, witchcraft, Ouija boards, tarot cards, psychics, palm readers, experimentation drugs, mind-altering drugs, out-of-body experiences, psychedelic shrooms. I've already mentioned the cannabis, didn't I? All of it will lead you down the path of death. And that's exactly what is going on in this generation. And you love it. It's being promoted everywhere. It's being legalized. Legalized. You legalize the thing that kills you. And then you wonder why is everybody so messed up that hate God. But that's your choice. As for me, I will serve the Lord, the God of Israel and Yeshua, his anointed lamb, who came to atone for my sin and give me life so that I don't have to end up like you. That's your choice, not mine.